All right, guys, I'm going to take you on the journey of this little flipper that my husband and I decided to take on this year. My husband has been a contractor for over 25 years. He has built a couple of our houses and added on to the one that we're living in now, so he is definitely experienced. But this is our first little house to actually flip. We have developed a couple of other properties, but we haven't got our hands on one that we wanted to restore, so I can't wait to show you guys what we have done to this little place. As you can see here, it's not always cupcakes and sunshine whenever you're flipping a house. I think we might have been arguing over who had to pick that dirty toilet up and put it on that trailer. Other steps that go with flipping a house is making sure there is no title discrepancies, and we definitely had one with this house. It took almost a year for the court system to get that problem resolved, but thankfully it happened and we got to start on this little project. We also had our favorite surveyor come out to mark all of the boundary lines, which is something I think is very important. We called the local water company to make sure that the water meter was turned on so that we could start this project, and we also had to call the electrical company to come make sure the meter was running correctly. There was a whole lot of gutting that went into this property, and I'm very thankful for Matt and Caleb that did such a great job in making that happen. They put a whole lot of hard work into that. This house is right under 1,000 square feet, and it only has one bedroom and one bath, but it has a really large bedroom. We decided to keep the basic layout of this house and just modernize everything. The original owners built this house in 1978, and they poured their heart and soul into this little piece of property. It originally did not have a bedroom or a utility room. That was something that they added on as they lived in this house. We went through and took out anything that needed to be replaced and added new. We replaced all of the windows. We replaced the flooring. We put on a new roof. The entire kitchen was gutted and the entire bathroom. We took out the old attic fan that was in that little hallway and replaced it with an opening for anyone who needs to get up into the attic. Since my handsome hubby and his best friends are who worked on this house, I just told them exactly the way that I wanted it to look and all of the changes that we wanted made, and they made it happen, guys. They did exactly what I asked for, and I could not be happier. We decided to go with black and white and lots of wood trim. Let's listen to what JC has to say about it. Do you have anything to say?
Nope.
What did you want to tell me?
Get the camera out of my face.
That's it. I just did a little walkthrough. You got anything to add?
Nope.
So you can tell he is a man of very few words, unless you're talking about a big bass or a big buck. Here we are at one of our many trips to the hardware store. And I did say many. That is one thing you have to do, is go to the store often to pick up all the things you need to make this happen. But I encourage you, if you have ever had a dream to flip a property, then write down all of the steps and just do it. You saw me holding that gun. That's one of the jobs he always gives me. I know it's because he don't like to do it. He also don't like to paint, so I got stuck painting all the doors and the trim. So make sure when you see the after pictures that you check out the good job that I did on that. I'm just kidding. Maybe you don't need to look too close. But I do try to have fun on the job, so here I am singing into the paintbrushes. I'm going to give you a breakdown of everything that we did. We bought pre-built cabinets for the kitchen and a pre-built vanity for the bathroom. On the outside, we did put on a new black roof and black trim. We replaced anything on the outside that needed to be replaced, and we took off the old posts on that front porch and replaced them with cedar posts and just left them in their natural beauty. We put in a door and painted it black and put in a nice little nightlight right there that matches. We replaced the flooring with a vinyl snap waterproof flooring. It's going to be so easy to keep this type of flooring clean, which that's a plus. We painted the cabinets white and put dark pulls on those. We used a Formica countertop. And I wanted black kitchen appliances, but I also used a few stainless just to kind of blend all of the colors together nicely. JC added a wooden beam on the ceiling, or he added a couple of those, and I just really like the look of that. This is the little dining area if you want to put a table there, but did you guys see that barn door? I just love that. That goes into the utility room. And this is the bathroom. We just kept it real basic and put a drop tub shower combo, and like I said, we did pre-built cabinets, and we also did a pre-cut countertop. When you're flipping a house, you also have to consider what hardware you're going to use and light fixtures, so keep that in mind, what colors you think will blend best with the house design that you choose. I think this is a really good utility room size. This door goes to the back covered porch that we decided not to replace because it had been replaced recently. You could see out those big windows that there's a nice backyard and a nice space to put your washer and dryer with other storage options. In this little hall nook, there used to be an attic fan up in the ceiling, but we decided to replace that with an opening for anyone who likes to get into the attic for any necessary needs. This is one large bedroom, but it could easily be divided into two by adding a little hallway and adding 2 bedroom doors. That could happen pretty quickly. Back in the 70s, it was pretty common for a bedroom to have a teeny tiny half bath, and that's what this used to be. We decided we didn't want to do that, so we just replaced it with another closet. I know that little bit of information about building in the 70s because my dad was a contractor then. So this large room has 3 closets, but I just don't think you can ever have too much storage space in a house, guys. I really don't. We went with white doors and white trim, but the trim around the rest of the house is stained. I used different colors of stain because I just like to pull lots of different woods together. I think this bedroom has a nice view out the front. And there are lots of different options as to how you can lay your bedroom out with this being so large. But I am so thankful for all of the hard workers that made this house look exactly the way that I wanted it to. Here's another little before. And then here's parts of the after. JC, Caleb, and Matt, they put so much hard work into this house, and we had some other locals that helped with replacing all of the plumbing. We had an electrician come out and check some things. So it takes a lot of workers to make this happen, but I could not be more pleased. This house sits on a little less than 2.5 acres of land. It is right off of a paved road. It has a lot of trees for shade, and all of the back acreage is wooded. So for those of you who like to explore in the woods, there is plenty of room to do that. But I want you to think about something. Sometimes we allow our lives, like this house, to become a little bit run down. It gets a little ragged, little rigid around the edges, and sometimes we think that it gets to a point of no return. But God says, nope, I can restore all things. So no matter what kind of mess you may have allowed your life to get into, just turn to God and let Him restore all things to new. Thanks for sticking around and watching our first flip. I hope you enjoyed it.